What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you guys go down below this video and click on that subscribe button. What we got going on today, as you could probably tell by the thumbnail and title of this video, we are going to be installing some new windows on the new Sprinter van. So my cousin Jacob, he ended up purchasing a new Sprinter van that we are going to be turning into pretty much just like a travel van. We're not going to be living in this van or doing anything insane with it. This is probably going to be like a 5 or 6 video series, something like that. We got windows to start with, and then we are going to be doing a ton of other stuff to this van and pretty much turning it into something we can stay in when we are out on trips or four-wheeling or whatever we're going to be doing in this thing. With that said, we are going to head over there, check this thing out, and get going on this install. I'll see you guys there. Alright, well, this is it. It's nothing fancy right now, but this is a 2022 Sprinter van, low roof. My cousin decided, this is also my cousin Jacob back here, but he decided to go with the low roof because, like I said, we're not going to be living out of this thing, or he's not going to be living out of this thing. This is going to be more for just like traveling 3, 4 maybe day trips, just short little travel trips. So he decided to go with that because it's a little more convenient. You can get everywhere. You don't have to worry about the height, and this one was available right now. It is super hard to find the high roof vans right now, especially in the 4-wheel drive, which this thing is 4-wheel drive. So that's why we decided to go with this sucker. But as you can see over here, he has ordered like a ton of stuff. We've been looking at stuff and ordering stuff the last couple of weeks. So we got the bed, insulation, and just a bunch of other stuff, but we're not gonna get into all that right now. What we are going to start with, we ordered the CRL T-vented windows that we are going to be putting in the door. So one of those big suckers is going to go in the door there, and then we're going to do one on the other side, and then we got 2 other windows that are going to go in the back, but we will explain that to you guys a little bit later. What we are going to start with is getting these in the van. So we're going to get some lighting in this thing and get our work area prepped up, get tools all together, and we're going to get started here. All right, so inside the van for the front 2 windows, it seems like it's going to be pretty straightforward. Pretty much the inside layout of this, you can see where the metal is thicker here, and then you got the thinner stuff here, and then some braces in the middle. So these CRL windows are actually going to fit perfectly inside this cutout. So all we have to do, we have to drill holes on the edge of the thicker metal here, all through here, and get this outline so you can see it from the outside. And then we are going to tape the outside, and that's where we're going to be cutting it from. So the first step is going to be drilling like a bunch of little holes all the way out through this outline. And hopefully we don't mess anything up here. It's kind of sketchy cutting the first holes in an expensive van like this. So I don't know who's going to do the first bit of drilling, but I don't really want to do it. I'm going to let Jacob do that. All right, Jacob, you do the honors of the first hole.
No.
First hole done. Now we do like 50 more of those, and then we're on to the next step. We will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we have our outline drilled out, and then some. There's just kind of drill holes everywhere. But the outline is all drilled, so that's what it's going to look like from the outside as well. So now we go to the outside and tape the outline, and then we're going to cut it from the outside. Also, if you already haven't figured it out, we are not professionals, so anything you see on this van build, do at your own risk. That's all I got to say. All right, then once you have all your holes drilled, it's gonna look something like this on the outside. We got a little drill happy, and there's kind of holes all over in the middle of it. Don't worry about those. But you're gonna take some blue Scotch tape or something similar, and you're pretty much just gonna run tape on the outside of the perimeter of all your drill holes here. And that's mostly gonna be to prevent scratches and stuff on the paint when you're running the jigsaw or whatever you're cutting with on the outside of the van. We're gonna get this sucker all taped up on the outline of where the window is gonna go, and then we're gonna get to cutting. Okay, once you got everything taped up like this and pretty much ready to cut, you're gonna wanna take a bigger bit. You can use a step bit, would probably be a little better than this, or a hole saw, anything of that sort, to get your jigsaw blade initially started into the side of the van here. I'm gonna cut a 3/4 inch hole to get our saw blade in, and then after that, we are cutting. Oh, good. Then, once you got a big enough hole for your saw blade to fit in, which 3/4 inches is plenty big enough, the next step is going to be cutting that sucker out. So the best tool for this job is going to be a jigsaw. It doesn't have to be a Milwaukee one like this. Any jigsaw will work for this, but you are going to want a jigsaw probably for this. You could do it with like a Sawzall or something if that's all you have. I'm not gonna say that. Get yourself a jigsaw. We will see you guys once this sucker's cut out.
Oh, that was the wrong measurement.
File that, boy. No. We're about to have a window, son.
Dude.
Window hole number 1 is finished up. Jacob is going around with the file and just kind of cleaning up some of the sharp burrs and edges from cutting it out with the jigsaw. And then after that, we're gonna do a little touch up with some paint for rust prevention. We're gonna finish cleaning this stuff up with the file and getting everything good. Then we're gonna try to do some fit up of the window and get on to the next step for you guys. I think it's in.
Almost. Yeah, so should we take it out, take the tape off?
Yeah. Okay. Test fit number 1 was a success. Our hole is good. We didn't mess that one up somehow. We're gonna paint the cut metal, throw that sucker in, and then we are going to start screwing this window in. We were all ready to start painting that, and then we remembered that we forgot paint. So for now, we're gonna repeat that step, everything we just did on the door side. If there's anything different from that side, I will update you guys and let you know. But it looks pretty straightforward, just like that side was. It's gonna be the exact same procedure on this side. So we're gonna start drilling, taping, cutting, and we will get back to you guys very soon with some more information. Shut me in, Jacob. Dang, bro, that was aggressive. You said you was gonna give me candy.
You said you were going to give me candy, mother.
Hey, shut up, brother. You said he's gonna get candy, motherfucker.
That's kind of more of what you want it to look like, not 5,000 holes all over in the middle. Don't do what we did.
Nah.
Jordan, what are you doing? We got Nefson Jordan here now. We got the second window all cut out, pulled out, and we're gonna file it up, clean it up, test fit the window. Same exact steps as the other side. Then we're ready to paint these suckers. Yeah, we'll have to do a little more trimming. Test fit number 2 is not a success. Okay. Yep. Bad height. Thank gosh. Alright, well, if I told you guys that one was easy, I'd be lying. That one fought us for like an hour. That sucked. I remember that I had some white paint, a gallon of white exterior paint at home, and then we just got a little foam dapper here. So we're finished up with that. We're gonna let the paint dry, and then we're gonna slap these puppies in. Are you ready, brothers? Put her in. Put her. What do you say? Okay. We messed up bad. That's not good.
What?
Nah, I'm just playing. All right, we got all the screws in. Hold up out there, you freaking greedy sons of guns. The window's looking nice in here. I don't know about outside. Dang.
That's cool, man.
The vents are working.
Yup.
Dang. That looks pretty good. Looks like a toilet. Nice. All right, that's one window installed so far. We're gonna jump over to the door side, do the same thing on the door side. You guys won't see much of that unless we have a problem or something that I wanna let you guys know about. Otherwise, hopefully the other side is smooth sailing like that one. We're gonna get that sucker in, and then after that, we will move to the back windows, lay those out, cut them, figure out what we're gonna do with those. Those are gonna be a little bit different. And yeah, so far so good. One window in, no problems yet. Do you have anything to say, dude? No. What do you have to say?
It's off. You're an idiot.
Bring me the second window, dude. What do you think?
Now you're the supervisor, huh?
Puts the camera down for half a second. Bring me the window.
When you guys are screwing this stuff in, put them in light and then go around. I went around that window like 5 times, just torquing them all down slowly, or every other screw. You don't want to tighten them all in super tight every time. All right. I don't know where that extra screw goes, but maybe we'll find out later when the window falls out. Dang, that looks so much better already, dude. You know what you're doing in there, Jacob? The glass falls out. Both of the T windows are in. Now we have to figure out what we're going to do with the back ones. We're going to start figuring that out, measuring stuff out for the back ones, figure out where we want to put them exactly. Then we're going to start cutting the van apart for the 2nd or 3rd or 4th or 15th time. All right, it's time for the last 2 windows in the back. They're smaller, so you would think they'd be easier, but I don't think that's going to be the case. We're going to find out, though. These are the AM Auto back windows. So I'm going to figure out how I want to lay these out. I'll probably trace them out on some cardboard, cut the cardboard out, and then lay it out on the van. Then we'll do the same taping and stuff and get ready to cut holes in the van. So let's get this thing laid out. Yeah, let's get this thing laid out. All right, so what we're gonna do, we have a piece of cardboard that's a little bigger than the window here. And obviously, when you cut this thing out, your template, you're gonna wanna cut it to the size of the inside of the window, because that is what is going to be going through to the inside of the van. And then this part, all the other stuff on the outside, the glass here, that is gonna be what is glued to the van that holds it on. So you don't wanna cut your hole bigger than the inside of this, really. Then we're gonna take a marker or pencil or whatever you wanna use to get a mark on this, and trace this sucker out. A half an hour later, I finally think I got it figured out. So when you trace out a template for this, definitely do it this way, not with this single piece of cardboard. I kind of moved it around all over, and it was kind of hard to center up and square up. So I've been squaring this template off this straight end here, off of this rail. And now I finally got the window where I think I'm gonna want it and square. I just got this sucker drawn up here, but it took a while. It was kind of a son of a gun to get it squared up off the rail and the roof and try to make sure everything was square with the windows before we do it. So some people will go from the inside and cut the braces inside and then drill out, but I decided to mark it out with the template on the outside just because you can get a little better look what it's gonna look like from the outside and make sure it's gonna be square. So that's why I decided to do it from the outside instead of going from the inside out. So I punched a hole in here, the same dimensions as the first side we did to make sure that the window was in the same spot. I'm sure there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that and square it up. Whatever works for you, go ahead and do that. We have been working on the back ones for a couple hours now at least, and they're kind of being a pain. So let's get these things cut out, and hopefully everything turns out good here. I forgot a key step. Tape your van. Make sure you do that though, because this will scratch the paint, letting this ride on there with all the metal shavings and stuff. This window's done. Other window over here is traced out. So I'm about to cut that sucker. You will have to cut the supports with a grinder like I did there. All right, both sides of the van have openings that fit the windows. So the first thing we are going to do is put this, well, now I ripped the label off. My bad. 3M primer. So we're gonna put this on the inside of the glass where it's gonna stick to the side of the van, and then we're gonna put a layer of that stuff or a coat of that stuff on the van as well where the window is going to sit. Then after that stuff is dry, we are going to caulk the window and the side of the van, or maybe just the side of the van, I haven't decided yet, with this 3M Fast Cure Auto Glass. That's the stuff right there.
That's a Joey Homeowner special.
Jacob's about to hit it with the caulk. You better be careful, boy. Yo, you gotta poke the end.
You didn't
I didn't puncture the end. My bad. That's a greasy amount of caulk.
Well, he said we need more. Joey Homeowner special.
The other ones. The other ones. Had a similar- Nice.
Wow, that went in very well. Good job,
Clean
dude.
that up.
Here, want some of this on you? Dang, we got Taper Chris up here.
Taper Chris.
He's giving her. So once these windows are in, to let these things cure and dry, you want to tape these up like Chris is doing right now, just to hold the window in place overnight for however long until this stuff cures.
What happens if you don't do it like that?
Well, then the window will just fall out on Jordan. Yeah. So we are going to let the windows cure overnight. And then after that, we're gonna do a water test on these things and pull this thing out of the garage and show you guys the finished product. We will see you guys when the windows are dry.
See ya!
See ya!
See ya.
See ya!
See ya.
It is the next day and the windows are nice and solid in there. Everything turned out great. And it is time to do a little water test. So we got Jacob with the hose ran out over here, and he's about to spray this sucker down while I stay on the inside and see if it leaks. This one's dry. This is the one I'm worried about. Stop, stop! Alright, we got water. Alright, we don't like to see that. The one back window is leaking a little bit from the top, so we are going to have to fix that. If I were to do this again, I would probably put in the same style windows that we put in the front for the back. The reason we didn't do that is because the back ones are bigger in this style. But if we were to do it again, I'd probably just do these ones because it was way easier. You don't have to mess with any silicone or window weld or anything like that. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just re-silicone the one that's leaking and we'll be good to go. But other than that, everything turned out great on the van. All the windows turned out awesome. With that said, that is going to wrap up this portion of the van build. We need to get this thing siliconed a little better so it's not leaking. And then we're going to be good to go. So the next step is going to be probably the AC unit we're going to put in the top of here. Then sound deadening, which Jacob already kind of started. Insulation and all the other good stuff. So if you guys want to follow along on the rest of the van build when we finish this thing up, make sure you guys click on that subscribe button down below this video and like the video if you found it helpful or you guys enjoyed watching this video. And we will see you all on the next one. See ya!
See ya!